It's the word on the back of America's mind.
A lot of speculation around a recession.
We know we are close to a recession.
The recession threat is real.
Recession.
But Wall Street's concerns can overshadow the challenges on Main Street. 58% of American families are living paycheck to paycheck.
We were already working really hard to make ends meet, but with 3 college tuitions now to pay, and this was almost impossible.
Higher prices and lower benefits are forcing people to make difficult decisions.
At some point, I have to make a decision. Okay, do I get the medicines that he needs, or do I get the food?
This week on The Race, the collateral damage of the American economy. I'll introduce you to the people whose lives changed over money. It's not easy to get someone to agree to the interview that we're headed to right now north of Seattle. The couple you're about to meet, like millions of Americans, relies on SNAP benefits to afford food, but right now they're receiving less than they did at the beginning of the year. That's because a pandemic-era boost to SNAP benefits has come to an end. And while the boost was only temporary, the couple says their situation is proof that for many households, the need is permanent.
This is from 2006. We just clicked the moment we met, and that's where we're at. And what a handsome guy. I don't know who the old guy is with the blonde hair, but...
Alan Gossett is not only John Howe's husband, he is his caregiver.
He gives everything he has to me and more, yet I never hear how hard it is for him.
John has primary lateral sclerosis, a rare, uncurable disease similar to ALS.
I'm going to be very disabled for the rest of my life.
Taking care of his husband is Alan's full-time job.
I already do about 70 to 80 hours of care per week for John.
Their only income is the combined roughly $26,000 a year they receive in Social Security benefits. Low-income families who qualify get SNAP benefits based on household size, and then it's a sliding scale based on income. But the pandemic-era emergency order gave the maximum amount to all who qualified without factoring in that sliding scale. John and Alan received $516 a month.
Before, we were pretty much breaking even.
But Congress let the emergency order expire. And while John and Alan are still low income and still qualify for SNAP, their income is now factored in and their SNAP benefit dropped to $13 a month.
I was stunned. I was absolutely stunned, and I thought, this has to be a mistake.
I asked the agency in charge of the state's SNAP benefits why the drop was so steep. Nationwide, on average, SNAP recipients are seeing roughly $90 fewer a month, according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. Even though John and Alan hoped we could get more answers for them, the Department of Social and Health Services wrote us an email saying they wouldn't talk about a specific case. A spokeswoman told us they worked to alert families that a change was coming. Alan says he had no idea the cut would be so steep until this letter arrived in January.
Benefits they vary household to household, and it depends on household size and household circumstance. That, of course, is a horrible situation to see that go down to that extent.
Ellen Vollinger works for the Food Research and Action Center, a group advocating for more support to fight food insecurity, pointing to issues like the rising cost of food and an increase in need being reported at food pantries across the country.
There's no way that $13 a month is calibrated to something that would be meaningful or realistic. Everyday people would know that right off the bat.
Long term, we just can't absorb that $500 a month. We don't have the funds to make that up.
Is the deduction in SNAP benefits enough that he would have to go back to a nursing home?
Yes.
Alan is now making plans to put John into a state-sponsored nursing home. He says they can't afford food on top of the cost of over-the-counter medicine and supplies since their SNAP benefit dropped.
It just seems like a waste of a life because I'll never get to come home again after that.
For now, Alan and John say they're relying on a GoFundMe campaign to make ends meet. Alan launched this Change.org petition calling on President Biden to sign an executive order that would give more support to those on SNAP who are disabled and receiving at-home care.
I love him. He's just, I can't imagine my daily life without him in it.
More than 4 million Americans are in a situation similar to Alan's family, relying on benefits while caring for someone with a disability.
Families are still going hungry. And I don't think people realize the extent in our country that happens.
Jill Beats helps those families get the food they need through her work at the Food Pantry Storehouse, New Mexico. She sent us this video of a typical day in mid-April.
Here in New Mexico, it's 1 in 8 adults and 1 in 5 children is going hungry. That's a lot of people. And people think that level of hunger is happening in other countries, and it happens in our country every day.
Beats said the pandemic-era benefit programs reduced the number of people experiencing food insecurity, and there is an effort to bring those programs back. Colorado Congresswoman Yadira Caraveo introduced a bill recently to extend emergency SNAP benefits through next year. In the meantime, Beats says at her food pantry they're doing everything they can to keep up with the need.
When you're talking 1 in 5 kids, you're meeting children every day that are going hungry. Sometimes we do an activity when we go to schools to teach children about hunger. We have the kids put their heads down and ask us to raise their hands if they don't have food at their house. And so many children do when other people can't see.
Dollars and cents wise, it's a no-brainer. But that part of me that fed my spirit and my soul and had that connection, I put my feet on the sand and I knew that I was home. I knew that I wouldn't have that for a while.
It's an issue you'll find in many cities, including here in Seattle. We'll introduce you to people who are moving because of cost of living. Next on The Race.